Hi guys, how are you doing? It is my hope that you are well. I'm fine and I'm so happy once again to be here on the Vima Show. For those who are new, this is the Vima Show where we deal with the love issues, relationship tips, marriage, inspiring stories, mental health, and even we talk about businesses and all those ideas and so many other things, As long as something is inspiring you, as long as something is impacting you, that is what we focus on the Vima Show. For those who are new, please watch our content. We've done so many videos. You can go and watch. You can share with your friends. You can even tap that notification bell and let us grow together. So thank you so much guys for always supporting our content. In the previous video I've seen that most of you were really impressed by that video that I did, and I'm so happy. So keep on supporting us by subscribing, by sharing with your friends, and also watching every episode that we upload every week. And I'm just so happy for everything, and I've come with a topic today that I want us to talk about. And I know that this is going to touch on different aspects of our lives. I know I mostly talk about lifestyle and marriages and relationship tips. And I just remember the other day someone told me that it's like I've already become an advocate of marriages. I don't know, but I aspire to see marriages working, because it's the work of the enemy to ensure that marriages are not working. So every time I come here on the show, I always make sure that I inspire someone there in that marriage, in that relationship, that it's gonna work in the name of Jesus. Okay, so but although that is gonna be a story for another day, because she was trying to pop a question and ask me, what if there is violence in that family? Do you still say that marriages must work? But I thought of maybe bringing that episode and that topic in another episode, so that we may grow together and also understand one another in everything. But as for now, marriages must work with God. So as long as you trust God in that relationship, as long as you trust God in that marriage, it's gonna work in Jesus' name. And as our marriages work, we also have another aspect of our life. We have our social life, we have our financial life, we have our psychological life. And so I try to broaden and broaden our show to ensure that I cover every aspect of one's life. Okay, so it's not just about marriages. You are there, you might not be married. So when I talk about business, it's going to touch on you. When I talk about a lifestyle skill, it's also going to touch on your life. Okay, maybe you are there, you might not be married, but you are still dating. I also touch on dating tips and all that, how to conduct yourself. Like the other day, I did an episode and a video on how to react, or rather how to behave when you've gone for a first date. Did you watch it? Please go and watch it. It's an amazing one. So without much ado, can I get into the topic of today? And this topic of today is quite amazing. It is a topic on what most of you are afraid of. And this topic is about a mindset. Yes, it is a topic that I've really thought for a long time to come and share with you guys. And when I talk about mindset, it's not just about any mindset, because as a person, you can have a negative mindset. So it's not about that. I want to talk about a positive, transformed mindset. I don't know whether you've heard about mindset and all that, but imagine you not having a positive mindset in your life, you not having a transformed mindset. Or you are there, you are doing a business, you are there, you are in your marriage, you are there in that relationship, and yet your mindset is not transformed. There are so many challenges that are going to come your way. But now when I'm talking about this mindset, I'm talking about that mindset that is transformed. Another thing about a mindset that is a mindset of growth. Yes, and when I talk about growth here, it's in so many spheres of life. You can grow emotionally, you can grow physically, you can grow financially, you can grow socially. So when I talk about a mindset of growth, is that transformed mindset. And just to refer to the Bible, when you read the book of Romans, we are told, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And that's why I've connected the two words. That is, we have the mind, and then we have the transformation. So whenever your mind is transformed, we call it now the transformed mindset. When I see a person with a transformed mindset, I'm going to see a person who is very different, or rather a person with a distinction from someone else with a fixed mindset. And let me advise you as I start the show, always have a mindset that is transformed. Do not have a fixed mindset. Because when a person has a fixed mindset, it means that they will be rigid to change. They will never allow change to come in their life. They will never allow growth of any aspect of their life to come in their life, because they have already fixed their thoughts that this is how I'm supposed to be, this is how I am, and this is how I'm supposed to live. Okay? But when you have a transformed mindset, you are going to be enabled to grow. You are going to be someone who is a risk taker in a business. You are going to be someone who is thinking outside the box in that company you are working in, or rather maybe in that profession you are working in. Okay, so I always encourage you, my viewers, have that transformed mindset. And so as I get into the topic of today, I'm going to be guided by just a few things, but just to do a brief introduction of this mindset. When I say that have a positive transformed mindset, it means that this mindset is so powerful, and in fact it is a powerful tool. It is a powerful tool to help you in that career. It can help you in that profession. It can help you in that business. It can help you in that marriage, and also in that relationship. Because for you to ensure that your relationship is working or your marriage is working, you must have a positive mindset. And as we continue, I'm going to share some of the aspects that are brought by a positive mindset. And when you have that transformed mindset, it's going to change everything in your life. It changes your thinking. It changes how you view things of this world. And in fact, it also brings a peace. Yes, and that aspect of renewed mindset, it brings peace in your life. Because when you know you have, maybe you fix your eyes on God as you try to do something that you are doing, you believe that God has got your hand, or rather is holding your hand, and so he cannot let you go. And when you have that, you have peace in yourself. You have peace with what you are doing. You have peace in that business that you are investing in. You have peace in that career that you are in. Yes, you have peace in that marriage. You have peace in that relationship. And so as we grow, my viewers, as we continue to live in this world, let us know that the positive mindset that is transformed is key in everything that we do. Okay? A transformed mindset, it will always have results. Yes, because you'll always be someone who is full of results. Because when you have that mindset, you'll be a go-getter. You'll not be afraid to do anything. You're not going to be afraid to invest in any business. You're not going to be afraid to start that business that you're thinking. Do you have that idea that you've been thinking about, and then you are afraid to start because you fear failure? It is because your mindset is fixed. You have already fixed your mindset that so and so started that business and it did not work, it failed. So and so, another friend maybe started the same business. They had the same idea, it did not work out. And so you've already fixed your mind that when you begin that business, it's not going to work for you still. Please, can you change that aspect of your mindset? And can you believe that I'm going to start this, although theirs did not work out, mine is going to do well. Okay. And so that is the only thing that is going to help you. When you have that mindset, you are going to have an attitude of allowing a challenge to become an opportunity. What do I mean when I say that? That when you have that positive mindset, whenever a challenge comes your way, you'll not be afraid. You're not going to see it as a challenge, but in fact, you're going to see it as an opportunity for you to grow. You are going to view it as a chance that God has given you to do something that you've never done. You're going to see it as an opportunity for you to take a risk, and believe me, that risk you're going to take, it's going to work out well, because you've already believed in yourself, and because you have that positive a transformed mindset. Whenever you have that transformed positive mindset, you're going to be enabled to stand before kings. You know, when the Bible tells us that we are going to be, or rather we will be able to stand before kings and great people, that is a person with a great mindset. That is a person with a transformed mindset. When you know who you are going to be enabled to stand before great people and kings. Why? Because you are going to be a solution giver. A person with a great mindset is a solution giver. You'll be called in those big rooms. They are going to be the ones calling you and telling you, you know, we have a challenge here. Can you please help us? And you're going to give them those big and great ideas, because that is our portion. As long as you have a great mindset, you will be able to stand before great men and kings. Let me take you to the story of Joseph in the Bible. Do you know his story? He's just a small boy. He grows up. He's sold by the brothers. He comes and is given an opportunity to work in a minister's house. You know the situation that happened. That is Potiphar's wife tried to seduce him, but his mindset was a renewed one. His mindset was not a fixed mindset of thinking, this is a great opportunity, let me take it, He did not do that. He's taken to prison, he stays in prison, but just because of his mindset, he knew that his life was great. He knew that this is my position right now. Right now, you might be laughing at me because I am in jail, but just laugh. Your laugh is going to take a little while, because after a few weeks, after a few months, my position will be to dine with the king of Egypt. And that is what happened. Just because of his mindset, he is enabled to stand before kings. He goes to the great King Pharaoh. And in fact, he tried, of course, to explain the dream that the king had and all that. And these are things that God orchestrated for him so that he can dine with kings. You see? So whenever you have a mindset, that great mindset, that transformed mindset, God will use that and he will enable you to dine with kings. He will enable you to take those positions of great people, because he knows that you are an asset. It's so good for you to have a mindset that is renewed, because you are going to be an asset and not a liability. How many of you are assets? Let me just ask a rhetorical question. Are you a liability in that company, or are you an asset? Are you a liability in that marriage, or are you an asset in that marriage? Are you an asset in that business, or are you just a liability? What are you? Because that will determine how people will view you. That will determine how much respect people will give you. We are in the world, and that is how people value. Because when you are a person who is an asset, people will respect you because of that. People will believe in you because you are an asset. So as long as you have that transformed mind, ensure that you become an asset in that field that you are in. And I was just sharing that story of Joseph just to remind you of what God does with people who have the right mindset. When you continue, assuming that Joseph saw himself as just a small boy, as a houseboy, and then he sees that Potiphar's wife has come, and she sees him as, and then she starts trying to seduce him, and maybe he agrees to that. That would be his downfall. But now, because he knew that he was a great person, he knew that his life is not determined by the present situation. It was that is what pushed him. That is what kept him going. That is what gave him patience. Because that is my next point. That when you have a transformed mindset, you are a person who is full of patience. You don't rush in life. You'll always take your steps slowly by slowly. as God is aligning your ways. You will always be a person of excellence. That's another thing. When you have that transformed mindset, you are going to be a person of excellence. And when you become a person of excellence, people are going to respect you because of what you are a believer of, or rather because of what you do. So ensure that you are transformed in your mind, because you are going to be a person of excellence. You are going to walk with dominion. Yes, you are going to be the person who is subduing the earth. That is the command that God gave man. Go and subdue and dominate the earth. And so, as long as you are a person who is full of that transformation in your mind, you are going to have this as your portion. Then the other thing is that when you have that mindset, it's going to, or rather, it's going to guarantee you. Okay, it's going to give you the best ideas of life. Yes. Because you're going to be the one who is going to come up with the best ideas in a business. You're going to be the one to come up with the best ideas in that family or rather in that marriage. Everything is in fact going to work out well. So ensure that you have that mindset. Someone there is asking, maybe you might be asking a question of how do you maybe try to master that positive and that transformed mindset. It all starts with the first thing, that is believing in yourself. Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe that you can achieve that dream of yours? Do you believe that you can ensure that your marriage is working? Do you believe that you are the person to bring change? Because when you talk about a transformed mindset, it's a mindset that is that allows change. So are you a person who is okay with change coming your way? Or are you a person who is very rigid to change? Are you a person who doesn't allow other people to grow? Or are you a person who sees and is so happy when other people are growing? The other one is to embrace challenges and see them as an opportunity for growth. That is the second point of how you can master this transformed mindset. The first one, believe in yourself. The second one, ensure that you embrace challenges. Challenges will always come our way. Challenges of families, challenges in our businesses, challenges in whatever that we do in our careers. But how do you tackle that challenge? Ensure that you embrace it and see it as an opportunity to grow. See it as an opportunity to do better next time. See it as an opportunity for you to reveal something that we didn't know about you. Always ensure that you show us that I might have failed right now, but tomorrow I will not fail because I've already learned from my failures. And that's another thing. Ensure that you learn from your failures. You failed yesterday, you did not do that business so well, you did not do well in that business, in that career, but today, can we see change? And can we see you working towards being a better person? Because you've already learned something and you'll not repeat the same mistake again, okay? I mean, you'll not repeat the same mistake, okay? Then, learn from your failure. After failing, what is your lesson? Did you learn something? Maybe you are in a marriage, the first marriage, it did not work. And maybe you see the reason why your marriage did not work is A, B, C, D. When you get in your second marriage, what are you doing to make sure that it doesn't fail like the previous one? You see, if you started a business and it failed, and right now you want to start something else, what have you learned from your previous one? Because that is going to help you to learn. We always encourage you to learn from your failures. Then another one is surround yourself with positive influences. These are the positive people. The people will always have that positive aspect in their life. They are the ones who will always encourage you to move on. They are the ones who will encourage you not to give up, but to get up. Yes? Do you know there are those friends who will always be negative? They'll always be there to tell you that you cannot do this. Just give up. Instead of those friends, can you choose wisely the friends who will always help, encourage and help you to get up? Don't give up. A positive mindset that is renewed, that is transformed, will tell you, don't give up, just get up. And so that is my point for you. Don't give up. Don't give up in that relationship yet. Don't give up in that marriage yet. Don't give up in that career yet. Don't give up in that business yet. Just get up and do what you've not done before. Another one is focus on progress and not perfection. Do you know that most of our generation, most of the people in our generation are failing in everything they do because they are determined to be perfect? But in a mindset that is focused on growth, a mindset that is transformed, we focus on progress, not perfection. Progress is what you do slowly every day. Try something new every day. Pole pole to every day. Because when you do that, you are going to have that growth mentality. You're going to have that growth mindset. But when you purpose to be perfected in everything, or rather when you purpose to be a perfect person, you are going to fail. Okay? Then the other one is replace self-doubt. Replace self-doubt with believing in yourself. Most of the people out there, and even you who is watching, I know you don't believe in yourself mostly. You have that doubt. Ukiambiwa, can you try this? Mi naweza kweli? You see, you cannot do it. Why? Because you have the self-doubt. But change that and start believing in yourself. Ukisikia your friends telling you, you can do this better. You know, I've got so many friends, and I've already tried to categorize. And even daughters and even sons. And I always know that this is good in this. She can do this job better. This one can do this better. And try to see, highlight those points whereby you can do better. So when you hear people telling you, hey, where uko sawa kwa hii, can you go and try it? Because it's definitely going to work. Because that is one of the steps to ensure that you are not doubting yourself. Then the other one is visualize success. A mindset that is transformed, it is a mindset that sees success tomorrow. It sees success in the next 5 years. It will not see success right now. Because I'm not going to lie to you. When you sit down and you do something and you expect success to come immediately, it won't. But a mindset that is a mindset of growth, it will foresee in future, 10 years to come, this company is going to be the best in town. This company is going to be the best in the whole country. This company is going to be international. You see, that is a person who knew and who saw a vision of this business, of this career, and it has worked. Because when you ensure that you visualize success, you are going to work towards that success. Are we together? Okay, then the last one is surpass your comfort zone. For you to ensure that you master the transformed mindset, or rather to have a transformed mindset, surpass your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is where the zone when you are so much okay with whatever comes your way. You are going to be so much okay with everything that people throw at you. You are going to be so much okay and comfortable with everything every person is saying to you. But when you have you're going to be very afraid. Yes, you're going to be very afraid of starting new things because you are in your comfort zone. Whenever a person is in the comfort zone, they are afraid to start new things. They are afraid to start new ideas. They are afraid to start new businesses. They are afraid of failure because you are afraid to take a risk. But the moment you have that transformed mindset, you're going to be, in fact, you're going to walk out of your comfort zone, and you're going to walk with the belief in yourself that I can do this, I can start this and it's going to flourish, I can do this in this company, I can apply a job in this company and I can do it, I can start this business, I can start this, maybe this idea, I can do this, I can support friends, and imagine that is going to work. And so that is our topic of today. Ensure that, my viewer, that you have a positive and a transformed mindset. As you continue watching the show, keep on sharing with your friends, keep on supporting us until we meet next time. Thank you so much.